Hey guys, what's up? It's Kaylee. I'm back with another story time for you guys. Sorry, I look like a hot mess right now. I don't know what's going on, but it's been a while since I've talked to you guys, and I thought I just needed to get a video done or else I wasn't going to do it. So, I weirdly was going through my Twitter the other day and looking at the media section to see what pictures I had posted, and I found a link that I had frequently tweeted out for, what is it even called? Pick something? TwitPic. Okay, so I found a link to TwitPic. Apparently I used that way more than I realized, and I was sending out pictures of this Bieber event as it was happening. So I was like, oh my gosh, video for you guys. I feel like everyone, I don't want to stereotype everyone, but when Justin Bieber, emerged in the music scene as, this young guy, discovered on YouTube, I feel like everybody was interested in him. Okay, I'm going to explain my relationship with Justin Bieber because it'll just make sense. It'll make more sense in the story. Why are people doing yard work? I'm telling a story. This might sound weird, but I remember where I was the moment I heard One Time for the first time. Okay, that sounds so weird. But I remember where I was, what state I was in, who I was with, because I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is a good song. I should probably check out this artist because I've never heard of Justin Bieber before. Get down. Why is everybody bothering me? Anyways, I think the, lawn work has stopped. I remember where I was when I first heard One Time, and I remember specifically the next day going to school and talking to my best friend and being like, oh my gosh, there's this new hot guy, and his name is Justin Bieber. And she immediately knew who I was talking about. She was the only person that I ran into that knew who I was talking about. So we immediately bonded on that and made it our mission, as always, to try to meet this person. Okay? So our local radio... Stop. I think someone's needy. Okay, anyways, our local radio station was doing a contest for meet and greet because Bieber was going to do a little show on, Universal City Walk. He was going to do a show right there and do a meet and greet before. So they were giving away tickets every hour. So my friend and I literally spent 4 days straight with each other calling every hour on the hour to try to win tickets for this. What? Whatever. I'm a hot mess. Let's preface this. This wasn't recent. This was when Bieber had 3 songs. Bieber had One Time, One Less Lonely Girl, and Favorite Girl. It's going to be really sad if I just named all of those correctly. I don't even... How long ago was that? I don't know. But it's going to be really sad if I got that right. But anyway, this was that time. This was the time before he had a serious album. He was just the guy on YouTube that was starting a music career. Whatever. So we literally slept over at each other's house for forever because we were calling every single hour. It went up until midnight, I think. I think it was when it ended, and it started again at 7 in the morning. So we were up again. This was probably 5th or 6th grade or something. I don't even know. When did Bieber come out? I feel like Bieber's been around for 10 years. I'm probably going to cut this out. Bieber's been around for 10 years. 10 years. I'm 20, so I was 10. I don't think I was 10. Maybe he's been around for 8 years. That sounds more like it. Who cares? Who cares? Regardless, my friend and I spent about 3 days together calling every hour up until 12. We had school, but who cared? Again, our parents are super chill and let us go along with this crazy psycho plan that we had to meet this random celebrity that no one's heard of. So we called our radio station. Every time we placed some, how they'll tell you on the radio if you make it in as a caller, they'll be like, you're caller 6, call again, and then hang up. So every time we called, we made it to something. But we weren't, I think you had to be the 100th caller. We were never the 100th caller until the very last day, the very last time they were doing this. Okay, it was midnight. We were staying the night at her house, like I said. We were both calling on separate phones. So I called on one phone and was like, you're caller 75. And then my friend called, and we thought we were being pranked, honestly, because he was like, hey, what's your name? Congratulations. And we're like, stop. We've been calling every hour. Why all of a sudden, we didn't know how to react to winning, So we were we just immediately started screaming. We didn't know what was going on. We just started screaming and running around, and this was terrible because we were upstairs in her room, and her grandparents were sleeping right downstairs, so they came up because they thought something was wrong because we were screaming. They probably thought, someone was breaking into the house. No, just Justin Bieber, don't worry. When you won 2 tickets, right? And we were not 18 at this time, and you needed like a legal guardian to go with you. So we couldn't decide. We were put in that awkward position after the fact of who's going to get to go and who's not going to get to go, because neither one of us is 18 and we needed an adult to be with us. So this was a big mess because they didn't advertise it that way. So how do you decide? It was like our parents, the 2 of us, and we just started talking to random people, because at this point, our best bet was finding another set of 2 that had won tickets and linking up with them so that their guardian would agree to be responsible for us. So that happened. Shout out to those guys. I honestly don't even remember what their names were at this point. Like I said, this happened 7 or 8 years ago. Who am I kidding? I tried to do the math and didn't even know. I don't know when it was. Who knows? So we linked up with it was a dad and a daughter. We linked up with them the whole rest of the night and just hung out with them. So our parents left and just said, we'll come back when it's over. So the whole thing that we won was to go into the Hard Rock Cafe, which had a great view of the stage. So they let us go into the Hard Rock Cafe and meet Bieber up at the top and then watch the concert from the balcony of the Hard Rock. So they fed us into the Hard Rock. We stood on the very top level while people were still eating at the bottom, and we were just waiting. Like, they had that, typical background set up, waiting for him to come out. I remember this very vividly because, like I said, he only had 3 songs. So because it was like a Bieber concert that night, they were playing Bieber's music. So they just kept repeating those 3 songs over and over and over and over again because those are the only songs he had. So I'm sure everybody in the restaurant was over it. I was over it. And Bieber was like 45 minutes late, so we had to listen to the music 45 minutes longer than anticipated. And those 3 songs were like ingrained in my mind for like 3 weeks because I just heard them constantly. So we're just standing in a line, talking to everybody around us. Bieber comes out. He is so adorable, you guys. My love for Justin Bieber has gone in a roller coaster. I loved Bieber when he came onto the scene with his little, what did I just do? Did that help you guys at all? His little swoosh thing. So loved Bieber then. I kind of fell off Bieber when One Direction came out, and I'm still 1D, like, all the way. So Bieber comes out. He's so cute. He's adorable. Has this little hat on. I'm taking pictures of the venue while we're waiting for Bieber, so I'll go ahead and post those here-ish. I don't even know what they are. They're probably not really that exciting. They're probably just the inside of the Hard Rock Cafe, which you guys have probably all seen one, but, in case you haven't, here's the dining area. So right before Bieber came out, we being me and my friend, we recognized Bieber's mom and Bieber's ex-girlfriend at the time, Caitlin Beatles. Okay? There can be a separate story on that. I don't know if you guys are interested in my Caitlin and Christian Beatles meetup story. If you are, let me know in the comments, because that could definitely be another video. But anyway, met Caitlin Beatles. I will put the picture here. She's adorable. Look at me. Can we talk about me for a second? Like, what? This is what we did. My friend and I made matching jackets with that, like, cool gel puffy paint, and it said, like, I love Bieber with the, the greater than sign and a number 3, it was like that phase of time. Yeah, so we had matching jackets. Anyway, Bieber is out taking pictures, and because he was late, it had to turn into, like, I think like a 10-person group picture instead of an individual picture. So we were in a picture with a lot of other people. And we got in this picture. He's super nice, super cute. We're like, hi, like, we're all big fans. Whatever. Here's the picture of that. You guys have all been waiting for it. I know I am blocking the girl that so nicely allowed me to, meet up with her during the night. So sorry. But yeah, that's that picture. But anyways, after we did our little meet and greet, took a picture, we got to just step outside. There was food and stuff, and we got to just watch the concert from up above in the balcony, and it was fantastic. Such a cool experience. I don't win a lot of things on radio stations, but I also don't really try that hard. But this one was very, very cool. So if you have an opportunity to try to win radio tickets, it's a great experience. It's a great experience. And it's not something that you can just normally buy tickets to, so I would definitely recommend doing that.